Hello, today we are going to see an interesting topic, laboratory diagnosis of COVID-19, the perfect combination. Because many tests are available to diagnose COVID-19, which is the ideal combination. This presentation will throw light on this. See here, lab diagnosis of COVID-19. There are two type of tests available. One is direct, another one is indirect. Direct means demonstration of viral RNA and viral proteins. Example, RT-PCR and antigen detection. Indirect, it's immune response against the viral products. That means demonstration of antibodies. So antigen detection, antibody detection, and nucleic acid detection, which is best? We're going to see. There are different tests available and they have its own merits and demerits. First one is RT-PCR. Yes, among the available tests to diagnose COVID-19, this test is having highest sensitivity and specificity, almost gold standard. And the demerit, it is very costly and laborious, time consuming. Next is antigen detection. It is cost effective, but and it's highly specific. If it is positive, it's positive. And the demerit is low sensitivity. If it is negative, we cannot say it is 100% negative. Next is antibody detection. The merits, it is very cheap, field oriented, and we can do it for mass examination. But the minus point, it is not for early diagnosis because the antibody will appear after 7 days. So at the stage of recovery only we can diagnose, but we can use it for zero surveillance. That's the advantage. So these are the different tests and with different merits and demerits. So in summarize, RT-PCR is the referral technique, gold standard. Antibody detection, mainly for zero surveillance and epidemiological purpose, not for diagnosis, especially in early stage. So both are powerful. We don't know who is good, who is bad. Before deciding that, we should know the dynamicity of the disease. See here, this graph will give an idea to you. Based on the clinical, 0 to 5 days, asymptomatic. The symptoms appears after 5 days. So 5 to 14 days is symptomatic period. 14 to 21, decline. 21 to 28, convalescent. So easy to remember, 1, 2, 3, 4. First week usually asymptomatic, second week symptomatic, that's crucial, third week decline, and fourth week almost recovery, convalescent. So now we see the dynamicity. See, there are 3 graphs are there. See the blue color, that is viral RNA or antigen. Yes, it starts before appearance of the symptom, 2 to 3 days before appearance of the symptom, it appears and disappears after 28 days, 4 weeks. So RT-PCR will detect the person before appearance of the symptom. That's important. Asymptomatic people, easily you can catch with RT-PCR. Next is green color IgM, starts on 7th day and it disappears on 21st. And red color IgG starts on 14th day and it persists for many months. See here, IgM detectable 7th day and disappears 21st day, peak 7 to 10 days. Until the 7 days, if you do the antibody test, it will be negative. So that period is called window period. In the window period, we totally depend on RT-PCR because all antibody tests will be negative. And IgG appears on 14th and disappears, it takes few months. And day 28, there will be total disappearance of, usually total disappearance of viral antigens or RNA, and there will be peak of IgG. So that indicates good sign. He is on recovery. He is on recovery. If there is no viral RNA and only IgG, almost it's a total recovery. So this is the dynamicity of the test. Just I am summarizing. Yes, before summarizing, see the pink square, that is very crucial because in this area, IgM positive, IgG positive, viral RNA positive, everything will be present. So difficult to interpret. So I'll teach you how to interpret. Before that, just recollect the points. Day 0, the person infected. Up to 5 days, there is no onset of symptoms. After 5 days, the symptoms will appear. Day 7, IgM will appear. Day 14, IgG will appear. Day 21, IgM disappear. Day 28, viral RNA will disappear. And day up to day 7 is window period. He will be positive by RT-PCR. And day 14 to 21 decline. And 21 to 28, it is convalescent, good recovery. So if you know this, easily you can answer the questions. What questions? In future, we are going to get both antigen detection, antibody detection, PCR, everything will be there. That's called COVID panel. In the COVID panel, if we got the report, how to interpret? See here, possible combinations. RT-PCR, IgM, IgG. First, RT-PCR negative, IgM negative, IgG negative. So this is very easy. We can say the patient is not at all exposed and he is negative, but he is under risk. Anytime he may get the exposure and he may get the disease. So patient under risk. Next is RT-PCR positive, IgM negative, IgG negative. That means it should be within 7 days, preclinical, within 7 days. Next is RT-PCR positive, IgM positive, IgG negative. That means it's more than 7 days, especially 7 to 10 days usually. More than 7 days because that period IgM will be peak. Next is RT-PCR negative, IgM positive, IgG negative. Interesting. Because it may be after 7 days, after 7 to 10 days. In this time, what will happen? Because of IgM, there will be low viral load. So there will be RT-PCR will be undetectable. Viral RNA will be undetectable. See here. Acute phase more than 7 to 10 days because of low viral load. Better repeat RT-PCR. Next is RT-PCR negative, IgM positive and IgG positive. That means it is active phase more than 14 days. Because of appearance of the two antibodies, there will be disappearance of or lowering of the viral load. It's a good indicator because of presence of IgG, good prognosis. Next is RT-PCR positive, IgM positive, IgG positive. Yes, the pink square came here. What is it? It is active phase of infection, possible good prognosis because of IgG. In this phase, what happens? IgG start increasing, IgM start decreasing, and viral load also decreasing. I already told viral load will be persist up to minimum 28 days. So there will be lowering of viral load, but it will be present. And there will be increasing trend of IgG and decreasing trend of IgM. But all three will be positive. So in this time, we can go for the titer or some other thing. We can get very good picture. Next is RT-PCR positive, IgM negative, IgG positive. That means he crossed more than 14 days. Because up to 14 days IgM present. So he crossed 14 days. After 14 days, what will happen? There will be presence of RNA and presence of IgG. It's a sign of little good prognosis. Next is RT-PCR negative, IgM negative, IgG positive. It indicates, yes, convalescent over, he is healed, past infection or immunized. So this is the possible combinations. So do not try to remember all those things. I'll give very simple 3 points. RT-PCR, IgG. This is important. RT-PCR positive, IgG negative, infected patient. He is having infection, COVID positive. And RT-PCR negative, IgG negative, patient is under risk. Is COVID negative, but he is under risk. And third category, RT-PCR negative, IgG positive, possibly immunized. So first patient, he is risk to others. Second patient, he is risk to him. I mean, he is under risk. Third, he is immunized. So if you remember this, sufficient. Next is, I will go to the take-home message. Many tests are available for the diagnosis of COVID-19. Each test has its own merits and demerits, we have seen. And one test does not solve all purposes. For surveillance, you need to do antibody test. For acute phase diagnosis, go for RT-PCR. If you want to know whether the patient is completely recovered, do RT-PCR. If you know the prognosis, whether the patient is going to recover or not, you do IgG. If it is present, it shows some positive sign. And it's a time to choose the perfect combination. Hope this presentation throws some idea of interpretation of different COVID tests, COVID panel, and a time to say thanks for the warriors who saved my mother country. Thank you very much.